The Tao Daily Tarot is just around the corner. Let's do a little quick heads up for you. This is the main frequency available to you right now if you choose to touch it, to use it. Loyal heart. And you're going to need two things to get there. Two things. We'll give you the details coming up in just a moment. Well, hello, and welcome back to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here, whether you're a first-timer, long-timer, or cross-watcher. Now, for the first-timers, and maybe as kind of a review to some of the folks who have been following it for a while, what makes this tarot reading different from other tarot readings is its archetypal. I read the images from the card. I use no more than 10 cards per read out of 4 decks. So there's a good mix, but very few cards, because the Tao is the simplest, most direct path. And I keep that in mind by not predicting, but by reading energies. What is the key energy that is available to you right now? So that's what I focus on. Think of this as an energetic weather report, okay? We're going to find out what the frequency is like around you and how you can use it to make your life better. You are in control, you are in charge. One of the other things here that makes it different is I do a hyper shuffle, and I try to get the reading in about a 10-minute window. Sometimes I go 11, sometimes 12, but I keep it tight. 1, because it's the Tao. 2, because you got a life. You can squeeze in a 10-minute read every day, because I do a brand new reading every day, 365 days a year. So, with that as the setup, let's get to the hyper shuffle. And there you go. There's the hyper shuffle, Tao Daily Tarot. Let's get to the reading. All right. This is the overall temperature of this reading. This what we call energetic weather report. This is what is the key energy available to you. Remember, you got free will. You can say yes or no. But the energy around you right now is loyal heart. Loyal heart. It may indeed refer to someone who you already know, already have a relationship with. Could be romantic, could be friendship. But they have a loyal heart. On the flip side, it could be you having that relationship with you. You are loyal. Very, very important. All right, so here we go. We move on now to the first coming and going energy card, the Strength. Very important. Love it, love it, love it. Big stuff, huh? Absolutely. Major Arcana. That loyal heart is either giving you strength or requires strength. Let's see what we have a little bit farther down the road about the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you are open to more information. You are open to friendship. You're open to that loyalty. Question is again, who is the loyal heart? Is it you to yourself? I think in many cases it is, because you stop and think, just carrying on in life. You know, you've heard the expression, go along to get along. Well, very often, that's not loyal to you, to your values, to your heart. And so I'm kind of feeling that approach. The loyal heart is your agreement with you, with the emotional side of you. And the Queen of Swords is saying, be fair, be honest, cut right to the heart of the matter, and be open. With that hand extended, very important part, be open. Because I think you need the strength to be the loyal heart to you. Again, the concept of go along to get along sometimes just steals your sense of self. Next card from the pushing and pulling department, how about Five of Pentacles? These two could, without a doubt, seek refuge. Right behind them. It is, in traditional tarot, this card is It says that they're going past a church or some place of refuge and they choose not to. They choose not to. Maybe you do the same thing. You're looking for refuge of some kind. Could be emotional. But you choose not to find shelter, not to give yourself a break, not to give yourself credit, not to, in the very truest sense of the word, not to be a loyal heart to you. Okay? Go along to get along is a very dangerous concept, and I think there's a lot of that happening in the world today, and you see what shape the world is in. Because if you have a loyal heart to you, that's healing the star. It gives you a chance to do some magnificent stuff with yourself. And I really, as we go farther along into this thing, I really think that's the kind of deal that we're talking about, right? We're talking about the possibility of hope, of guidance, of inspiration, of healing ultimately. And I really think the loyal heart is an aspect of yourself that needs to be connected or reconnected with yourself. First magnifier card, Queen of Pentacles. Absolutely, the Queen of Pentacles knows her worth, her self-value. Yes, she's holding a pentacle. Yes, that could be money. But in this reading with the loyal heart, I think it's a whole lot more. It's what you value. How much of what you value do you put aside? How much of what you value do you give up just to get along and go along? How much of that? Queen of Pentacles wouldn't even hear of it. She knows what things are worth. She knows what she is worth. Not going to settle for less. And that may fall back on the card that we did earlier. Strength. Do you have the strength to be your own loyal heart? It's going to take some, as you already know. Second magnifier. I love this card. Love this card. The Hangman. Look at things from a little different perspective. Okay, you've been looking at things from a certain angle for a certain period of time. Could be a year or two, maybe your whole life. And you've just accepted, well, hey, you know what? This is the way it is. Go along to get along. But it's not working so well. And you're certainly not a loyal heart to yourself. So maybe it's time to change your perspective, to tip your world upside down and see things from a different way and become your own loyal heart. So we go to the vice versa cards, and what do we have here? The reverse. Walking away from something that you love. You are in the process of doing that. Could be a way of thinking, could be a way of life. But at this point, you know it's not working. I thought I loved it, thought I was connected, but done love me back. And that being the case, I have to walk away. And man, that's tough. That's very, very tough. And then we go to the final vice versa card, also in reverse. It is the proverbial Cups guy, huh? Yeah, absolutely. Knight of Cups. Very sensitive, very romantic, emotional, but introspective, especially so now. And again, it has that little offering of love. But he's not extending it right now. This is the reverse. Thinking about doing it, but at this point not. And so as I'm looking at all of these cards, it's amazing and not so amazing that this really hits home for me and hopefully for you. The loyal heart is you. Don't just go along to get along, because that gets you nowhere and devalues you. What you need to do is develop the strength to move forward, to love yourself, to respect yourself, to be your best self. That's the key energy. So that wraps up this reading. Like, subscribe, and share. And very much important, as you well know, to be able to establish this channel here on YouTube. So again, thank you for your liking, subscribing, and sharing. I do a brand new read every day, 365 days, so we can hook up again tomorrow. I hope we do. But until the next time you and I talk tarot together, blessings.